No. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah. Ad-Damir al-Muttasil, the connected or attached pronouns, or pronoun, here pronoun, right? Ad-Damir al-Muttasil. الضمير المتصل هو الذي لا ينطق به وحده ويتصل دائما بكلمة أخرى. It's the pronoun which is the attached pronoun is that which is not pronounced by itself, as we said, hu, ha, ka, kum, ki, na, so on and so forth, right? They're not pronounced by themselves. وَيَتَّصِلْ دَائِمًا بِكَلِمَةٍ أُخْرى, and it is connected always, دائما, always, with another word. Now, if we notice, it doesn't say bi fi'lin or bi ismin. It says bi kalimatin, meaning it could be, or it doesn't say bi harfin. It could be any of those three. A damir al-muttasil can be attached to a noun, can be attached to a verb, and it can be attached to a harf, a particle. And you can make charts like this. Like I said, take these notes in Ramadan, or when you have a free hour, go back through it and make notes. There's going to probably be 10 classes, if not 11, but probably 10. That means you have a set review, right? Until we start, go back and make charts for all of these things. So you could say damir muttasil are in nouns, verbs and pronouns, and then our particles, and then make yourself a chart and some examples. الضمائر المتصلة بالأفعال وهي خاصة برفع, the attached pronouns that are attached to verbs, and they are always marfu', right? Here we're talking about those which are marfu', not that they have to be, because you could have the damir muttasil which could be mansub, which we're going to talk about, but those which are marfu', they are the ta, the alif al-ithnain, the waw al-jama', the noon al-niswa, and the ya al-mukhataba. Now let's look at this. Right? What did he say? The first one was the ta. The first one was the ta. So here we have the ta. Fa'alta, you did it. You did it. This ta is you. This is connected to a past tense verb. Right? This is connected to a past tense verb. It did not say mudari', it just said verb. Af'al, didn't say mudari'. And here it means the one who did it. It's the subject. Fa'alta, fa'altuma, fa'altum, fa'alti, fa'altuma, fa'altunna, fa'altu. Right? So there's your ta. Then you have, what do you say? The alif al-ithnain and the waw al-jama'a. The alif al-ithnain is going to be basically on the present tense verb, such as in yaf'alani, right? Yaf'alani, taf'alani. That's your alif al-ithnain. And they could include these up here, such as fa'ala, fa'alata. Then you have the waw al-jama'a. The waw al-jama'a. The waw al-jama'a here. Fa'alu and yaf'alu, as well as taf'aluna. Yaf'aluna, taf'aluna, fa'alu. right? Then you have the Nun and Niswa. The Nun and Niswa here. Fa'alna. And yaf'alna and taf'alna. All of these there are the Nun and Niswa. Then we have the Ya al-Mukhataba. The Ya al-Mukhataba. The Ya al-Mukhataba here. We have it right there. Right? The Ya al-Mukhataba. Now we can see, for the most part, we covered almost all of them. Right? There are some that we'll still cover inshallah in another one. But all of these are going to be marfu'. Fa'alta. Right? Right? Here's your fa'il. Anta, you did it. Fa'alti, anti, you did it. Fa'altu, ana. So on and so forth. These are all marfu', the subject of the verb, the doer of the verb. Ya al-mutakallim, the ya of the one talking, right? The kaf al-mukhatab, the kaf of the one you're talking to. Wa ha al-ghaib, these three, which basically a word in front of it, e, right? Or ka, or ha, right? إذا اتصلت بالأفعال كانت في محل النصب, right? إذا اتصلت بالأسماء أو حروف الجار كانت في محل الجار. So let's look at that. Right? Let's look at that. I wrote it here. We could also write another chart here. We could say min ka, minni, and minhu. So we have baytuhu. Here it's attached to a noun. And he said baytuhu, baytuhuma, baytuhum. And we could say baytuha, baytuhuma, baytuhunna, baytuka, baytukuma, baytukum, baytuki, baytukuma, baytukunna, bayti, baytuna. We could say all of those. I could write all of these down, right? For these nouns. We said when it's attached to a noun, these three things. So if I said bayti, bayti, here's the ya al-mutakallim, the one who is doing the talking. And if I said baytuka, baytuka, or baytuka, or baytuhu, as I have up there already, right? Baytuhu. Says إذا اتصل بالأفعال كانت في محل النصب. إذا اتصل بالأسماء, then it is في محل الجر. So bayti, this is my house. As we said, this is mudaf mudaf ilay basically. A mudaf mudaf ilay shows possession. This ya is in the position of being majroor. Baytuka in the position of being majroor. Your house. Baytuhu. And this could be the same thing for baytukum, baytukuma, baytuhum, baytuhuma. This is still the same ha every time. Same kaf every time. Right? So bayti, and if we went down the heart chart, baytuhu, baytuhuma, baytuhum, baytuha, it's all the same ha. Right? All the same kaf. Right? So this when they appear to a noun, they are majroor because they are mudaf mudaf ilay. Right? When they appear on a verb, then they're going to be mansoob, or fi mahal nasb. As we said, it in itself is not mansoob. It doesn't become mansoob, majroor, or marfu', it doesn't do that in and of itself, but it's in the position because they're mabni. Remember, ad-dama'ir are mabni. They are stock. They don't ever change, right? They never ever change. Not stock, but they are stagnant. They never change. When it's connected to a verb, though, when it's connected to a verb, such as in daraba, darabahu, darabaka, or darabi, darabani, whatever. You could put darabani, just the noon there to make it better for, darabi is hard to say. So darabani, darabaka. This ya here, this kaf here, whether it be kum, ka, ki, kunna, kuma, doesn't matter. This ha here, whether it be darabahuma, hum, ha, hunna, doesn't matter. This ha is all the same ha. Right? This here is mansub because it's maf'ulun bihi. Daraba, he hit. Who? Ka, you. Fi mahala nasb, it's in a position of being mansub. Darabaka, he hit you. He hit him. He hit them. He hit me. He hit us. All like that, right? Darabani, darabaka, darabahu. Whenever these ya or this kaf, and like we said, it doesn't matter if it's darabaka, darabaki, darabakuma, darabakum, darabakunna. All these kafs are the same, right? These are going to be mansub. Darabahu, darabaha, darabahuma, darabahum, darabahunna. Doesn't matter. This ha is the same. And it is mansub. Fi mahal, it is not mansub, it's mabni. It's mabni. Fi mahal nasb. It is in a position of being mansub because it's a maf'ulun bihi. Right? He ate it. He ate, whatever the case might be. Right? He visited him. He visited her. He visited them. He visited you. All these. He visited me. Right? And it is in the position of being. So this kaf, this ha, and this ya, when it's attached to a verb, it's mansub, or it's in a position of being fi mahal nasb. Fi mahal nasb. Because it is maf'ulun bihi. Al-maf'ulun bihi, right? And when it's in a noun, it's fi mahal jar. Because it is mudaf ilayh. Right? It's fi mahal jar. Because it's mudaf ilayh. And when it's connected to a harf, right? A harf such as in minka, minni, minhu, and again minkuma, minki, minkum, minkunna, minhu, minha, minhuma, minhum, minhunna. All these ha are the same. Whenever it's connected to harf jar, it's majroor because it's after harf jar, or it's mabni fi mahal jar. Is that clear? So when it's connected to a noun, it's majroor. It's connected to a harf jar, it's majroor. It's connected to a verb, it is mansub. Or we don't want to say they are majroor, they are mansub, rather they're fi mahal al-jar or fi mahal al-nasb. Right? Ad-damir na, which is the only one we have left if we make us a chart. Right? Because darabahu, let me see. If I make us a chart, say darabahu, هما هم ها هما هن ك كما كم كي كما كنا E. Right? Only one left is na. The only one left is na. That's the only one we haven't done is this one. The rest of them, we've done them. Right? He says, الضمير na yakun marratan fi mahal al-raf. When is it in a position of being marfu'? When is it in a position of being marfu'? When it is the fa'il. Right? When it is the fa'il. When it is the fa'il of a verb. Then it's in the position of being marfu'. This na here. This na is your fa'il. Fa'alna. We did it. Right? It's in the position of being marratan fi mahal al-nasb. When is it mansoob? When it is connected to a verb. Darabana. Darabana. He beat us. He hit us. Now it's being mansoob because it's the object of the verb. And marratan fi mahal jar. And sometimes or one time in the position of being jar. When is it in a position of being majroor? When it is connected to a noun or a harf. So this na can be marfu' when it's connected to a past tense verb. Fa'alna. Right? Darabna. Right? We hit. Darabna. Akalna. We ate. Right? Jalasna. We sat. Now it is marfu' because it's the fa'il. Or it's in the position of being the fa'il. Right? Or it is the fa'il here. It's the fa'il here. Fi mahal al-raf. It's mabni. It's the fa'il. Akalna, jalasna, darabna. Right? It's the fa'il. But it's mabni. Because the ma'ir are mabniya. They are mabni. So, it's fi mahal al-raf. When we connect it to a noun, Baytuna, Kitabuna, Darsuna. Now it is mudaf ilay, majroor. When we say minna, this is from us. It's in a position of being majroor because it's connected to the harf jar. And when we connect it to a verb, darabana, right? He hit us, or I'm trying to think of another one. Razaqana, he provided for us. Khalaqana, he created us, right? Then this when it's sent and it's attached to a present tense, or when it's attached to a verb, not present tense. When it's attached to a verb, then it is it's mabni, in the position of being mansoob because it's the maf'ulun bihi. Is that clear?
نعم.
طيب. الضمير المستتر. The concealed damir. The concealed damir. The damir which is concealed. It's concealed inside the word itself. الضمير المستتر. المستتر. نعم. The pronoun which is concealed. هو ضمير اتصل بالفعل من غير أن يظهر في اللفظ. It is the pronoun which is attached to the verb without it being pronounced. Right? Without it being pronounced. And we'll get there inshallah. الضمير المستتر في الفعل الماضي تقديره هو or هي. The pronoun, which is the concealed pronoun in the fil madi. And again, you can make a chart. Fil madi, right? Fil mudari, fil amr, right? You can make you a chart. What is it? Huwa or hiya. So here we have fa'ala. So we said fa'ala. This is your alif al-ithnain. That is your fa'il. Those are the ones who did it. Fa'ala. Fa'alu. Your fa'il is your waw al-jama'. Fa'alta. Right? Fa'alta. Your ta is your fa'il. Fa'altuma. Your ta is your fa'il. Right? Fa'altu. Your ta. Fa'alna. Your noon alif, as we just explained. Na. Right? Is your fa'il. Where's your fa'il in fa'ala or fa'alat? It's hidden. It's hidden. It's mustatir. Huwa. Same thing here. Fa'alat. We're not going to say the ta ta'nitha sakina. No. Ta ta'nitha sakina is a sign of femininity. It's mustatir. Taqdiruhu hiya. It is its estimation, or its what it stands for is hiya. So now in all of these we know where our file is. Fa'ala alif al-ithnain. Fa'alu waw al-jama'a. Right? Fa'ala mustatir taqdiruhu huwa. Fa'alat mustatir taqdiruhu hiya. Fa'alata alif al-ithnain. Fa'alna noon al-niswa. Fa'altu at-ta. Fa'altuma at-ta. Fa'altum ta. Fa'al, like this. Tuma, we would, in general, we're going to say tuma or tum or tunna, right? But their ta is a sign of it here. Fa'altu, fa'alna. We know what all our files are. The only ones that are hidden are these two, are concealed. Everyone else in the past tense verb, everyone else is seen, right? We see it, obviously. Fa'ala mustatir taqdiruhu huwa. طيب, that's this one. الضمير المستتر في المضارع يختلف تقديره باختلاف الحروف المضارعة. حروف المضارعة, what are they? The present tense letters. They are what?
Question?
Yeah.
Ta and ya.
Ta and ya, just two of them?
I like to. Giselle. Okay.
What did I say? I'm in class. What did you say?
No, I can't really see the board because it's loading. It's going back and forth. I guess my Wi-Fi kind of messing up.
Yeah, I said, what are the present tense letters? Abu Sumayya said them. He said, Anaytu. Alif, Noon, Ya, and Ta. Right? Alif, Noon, Ya, and Ta. Anaytu.
Alif, Noon, Ya, and Ta.
Tayyib. So now we have...
Anaytu. That's what you said, Anaytu.
Well, that's just putting them in one word. The Arabs have a wonderful... So, for instance, when you have idgham, when you learn tajweed and you learn the letters of idgham, they say yarmalun. Right? The whole purpose is to put these 6 letters. That's a word, yarmalun. But the purpose is to put them in a word that you can memorize. You know, it's one of those memorization techniques. What are the extra letters that you can put in a word, right? You have a root word or a root verb. What are the extra letters? Sa'altumu, Sa'altumu niha. The extra words are going to appear. Sa'altumuniha. Right? This is what they can be. So you asked me about them. See, that word means you asked me about them. Right? What are the long vowels? Nuhiha. What is it? Is that how they do it? Nuhiha. Something like that. I don't remember if that's the word now. Something like this though. So we have nuhiha. We have the waw, the ya, and the alif. Right? This is how they do it to make it easy for you. So anaytu. Anaytu. Now, if we look at here, we're in the present tense verb, so let me scroll up. Present tense verb, we have here, in our present tense, we have ya. Let me see. Let me change my pen. We have ya, right? We have ta, and noon, right?
We got one.
Right. Well, right.
Yeah. Then the alif and the noon and the noon.
Right. So now we go here. Say الضمير المستتر في المضارع يختلف تقديره باختلاف حروف المضارع. So what is it? Then it's gonna be differ according to the حروف المضارعة, the present tense letters. So we have the ya. This is gonna be huwa. This is gonna show us 2 of them. This is gonna show us 3 or more. But it's still gonna basically be huwa. All these are past tense, huwa. This is gonna show us, right? And it's gonna show us that it's female, right? Same thing, ta, right? We have a ta, we have an aleph and a noon. So we're gonna know if it's a ya, it's huwa, ta, hiya, or it could be anta or something on depending on here, and aleph. But it's gonna be according to the present tense letters, and we know what they are. الضمير المستتر في فعل أمر تقديره أنت دائما. So in the command verb, it's always going to be anta. Always. So we say anta here. 1. Anta for 2. Anta for 3 or more. You, right? Anta for a female. Anta for 2 or more. Anta for 3 or more females. But basically, if'al, this is hidden. Hidden, it's anta. Why do I not say this is taqdiruhu anta? Because we have an alif al-ithnain. We have the waw al-jama'. We have the noon and niswa. Right? We have the ya al-mukhataba. That's your fa'il. But here, we don't have a fa'il, such as in this alif al-ithnain and these waw al-jama', noon and niswas. We don't have it. We don't only here, it's mustatir. Right? Here is mustatir taqdiruhu anta. Here this ya is anti. Here this alif al-ithnain is antuma, you guys. This waw al-jama' is antum because it's plural, and antunna. But here it's mustatir, it's hidden. So الضمير المستتر هو الضمير اتصل بالفعل من غير أن يظهر في اللفظ. It is the damir which is attached to a verb without it being pronounced, right? الضمير المستتر في الفعل الماضي تقديره هو أو هي. In the past tense, the only thing we're going to see in the past tense is huwa or hiya. That's the only ones that are hidden. Everything else we can see them. The alif al-ithnain, the waw al-jama', the noon and niswa, or the ta, or the na, right? الضمير المستتر في الفعل المضارع يختلف تقديره باختلاف حروف المضارعة. If we go here, if we go down to the fi'l mudari', here we have the alif al-ithnain, we know it's 2. We have the waw al-jama', we know it's 3. The noon and niswa, we know it's 3. Right? All of these, the ya mukhataba, we know it is feminine. Right? She is doing it. As for these, we don't see them. We don't have it like we have the rest of them. So they're mustatir taqdiruhu hiya, or huwa. Mustatir taqdiruhu hiya, according to the ta. Mustatir taqdiruhu anta, because of the ta. Taqdiruhu ana, because of the hamza. And taqdiruhu nahnu, because of the noon. Same thing. right? The rest of them, we can see them. And الضمير المستتر في فعل أمر تقديره أنت دائما, because the rest of them we can see. Right? We see the alif al-ithnain, that's two of them doing it. The waw al-jama', three or more. The noon al-niswa, three or more females. The ya mukhatiba, the ya, the female ya, we know that we're talking to. We know who's doing it. Here, we don't have anything. We don't have any sign. What is that damir? It is mustatir anta. طيب.
طيب.
الاسم الموصول. الاسم الموصول. الاسم الموصول اسم معرفة. It is a definite noun. يتعين المقصود منه. It specifies what is meant by it بجملة بعده, with a sentence after it. With a sentence after it. تسمى صلة. صلة. It is called the silla. We're not worried about this part really right now. That's extra. But what is the ismul mawsul? The ismul mawsul is a definite noun which specifies what is intended by it by a sentence after it. So when we say huwa alladhi khalaqana, he is the one who created us. This is a sentence. Khalaqana is a sentence. He created us. Right? That's a complete sentence. Right? It's a complete sentence. He created us. So this is your silla. Huwa alladhi. Alladhi, this is your ismul mawsul. It is a definite noun which specifies what is meant by it with the sentence after it. So huwa. What about him? Huwa alladhi khalaqana. He's the one who created us. Right? يجب أن تشتمل السلة على ضمير يعود على الموصول يسمى عائدا. This is again a complicated thing, but we got it. يجب, it's necessary or obligatory that the silla, let me write our sentence again. That the silla, it contains tashtamilu, or here tashtamilat because of an, ala damir ya'udu ala al-mawsul. It must contain a damir, must contain a pronoun which, right, returns to the mawsul. This is your mawsul, right? ويسمى عائدا. طيب. Where is our damir in khalaqana? We have two of them, actually. We have two of them. We have a fi'l.
And alif. Yeah.
We have a fi'l. Khalaqa. Whenever we have a fi'l, we must have a fa'il. Right? Who is the one who created? Right? It's mustatir. Taqdiruhu huwa. It's hidden here. Right? It's hidden. Right? The damir in khalaqa is hidden. Right? It's hidden here. In the verb khalaqa. It's hidden. Taqdiruhu huwa. And we see that it goes back and it refers to huwa, because it's taqdiruhu huwa. Because we can't, for instance, say he is the one who there we go. Let's just do it like that. Khalaqtaka. Khalaqtaka, I create, or you created. Let's say, not khalaqtaka. Let me fix that. Let me see. Khalaqtahu. Khalaqtahu. Khalaqtahu means you created him. Khalaqtahu min nar. You created him. I can't say huwa alladhi khalaqtahu. He is the one who you created. No, because here huwa is referring to this part, not this part. You understand? Huwa alladhi khalaqta. Right? Khalaqta here, this cannot be ta, because here it means anta. And here I'm over here saying huwa, meaning they must agree. Right? They must agree. So since they must agree, then it has to be in line with khalaqa. Khalaqa meaning he is the one who created. Right? Khalaqa is must have a damir, which here is mustatir, taqdiruhu huwa. Ya'udu ala al-masul. It returns to the mawsul, the thing that's being connected to, the huwa. Well, you summa a'idan, and it's called the a'id, right? Meaning the thing that it returns to. Like I said, this is technical. Anyway, the point that being here in simple English is the silla and the mawsul must be in agreement. Must be in agreement, right? They must be in agreement. You can't say he is the one, she did it. He is the one, you did it. You know, it has to be he is the one that he did this or whatever, right? So it has to be in agreement. Al-asma'u al-mawsula hiya alladhi, which talks about lil mufrad al-mudhakkar, the singular male, alladhi, allati al-mufrada al-mu'annatha. It is for the singular female. Alladhani lil-muthanna al-mudhakkar. It is for the two males. Allatani for two males, or two females. Alladhina for a group of males. Allati for a group of females. Right? These are words that can come in between, right? Two things. These are called asma'ul mawsula. Also we have men, right? Lil aqil mutlaqan, unrestrictedly for the aqil. For instance, that same sentence I could say huwa man khalaqaka. He is the one who. Men. He is who created you. Just like I say huwa alladhi khalaqaka. He is the one who created you. Right? He is who created you. Right? Aqil. And then we could have the word ma, which is for ghayr al-aqil. When we're talking about, for instance, a book. Huwa ma qara'aha. Qara or something. I don't know. Right? But you can have this for a ghayr al-aqil. A ghayr al-aqil. Ma can be an ism mawsula for ghayr al-aqil. Let me see if I can find something in the Quran real quick. Unless Abu Sumayya has an example for us. For ma, I said for ma, not min. Men. Men is easy. Men we already did. I'm looking for ma.
Okay.
I don't have an example. Let me see if.
Come on, Abu Sumayya. Yeah, I'm right.
Give me a second here. There may be an example in our book. Right? Okay, لا تأكل ما لا تستطيع هضمه. Right? Do not eat what you are not able to digest, or like this, right? But you're not able to. So لا تأكل ما لا. Don't eat what? Right? ما لا تستطيع هضمه. So do not eat what you are not able to, right, digest it. So this what here is a ism mawsul. Ahsan ila man ahsana ilayk. Do good to the one who did good to you. Ila man, to who? Right? And you could replace this man with al-Ladhi. Do good to al-Ladhi ahsan ilayk. You could replace it. Right? But it's for ghayr, this is for aqil and this is for ghayr al-aqil. Here, man is referring to a person who did good to you. And ma here is referring to food. Right? La ta'kul ma la tastati'. It's referring to food. Don't eat the food that you're not able to digest. Clear?
Clear.
أسماء الإشارة. أسماء الإشارة أسماء تدل على معين مشار إليه. Okay. These, I don't know, there's a word for them in English. I can't think of what they are, what it is. But
Demonstrative.
yeah, demonstrative nouns, yes. Jazakallahu khairan. Demonstrative nouns. They are nouns which point to something. Nouns which point to something specific. Right? We say this, that, these, those, like that, right? When we point to something. In Arabic, the asma'ul ishara here, they are ذا للمفرد المذكر. They are that, meaning for the singular masculine. The for the singular feminine. Then for the dual masculine. Tan for the dual feminine. And ula'i for those things which are intellectual. Uqala, the aqil, whether it is dhukur or inath, right? Whether it's masculine or feminine. Now, we are used to seeing hada, hadihi, hadan. We're used to seeing that. Hatan, right? We're used to seeing this. However, this ha is called harf at-tanbih. Harf at-tanbih. Right? Meaning, like the harf of getting your attention. The harf of getting your attention. Ha! This. Here, this. Right? So this ha is not actually part of the dhamir. And before I go into this part here, although it's going to be the same basic thing, I want to keep it simple right now. We also learned, I'm sure, most of us, we learned that there are the opposites of this. They are the opposites of this for, not necessarily the opposites, but we have ismul ishara lil qarib for something close, wal ismul ishara lil ba'id for something far. So we learned hada. Hada is for close. What is for that which is far? What is for that which is far? What did we learn? The opposite of hada.
Alika.
Yeah, I know you're cheating off Abu Sumayya there, but
Abu Sumayya.
yeah, if he wrote over here. I silenced him because of the noise. Dhalika. Right? Dhalika.
Yeah.
Now, this is actually dhalika. Right? And we have tilka. Right? And we have like this. So, but the point here is this is the same that as this one. Right? But this dhalika is actually 3 parts. It's one word to us, but it's actually 3 parts. Right? 3 parts. The that is actually the ismul ishara. the that. The lam is for something further away, because we said this is for something close and this is for something far. The lam is for something far away, and the kaf is for something that or who you're talking to. But for right now, for our purposes, dhalika is just one word. But dhalika and hada, those are the same. And the true ismul ishara is that, the, then, and ten. Now if we look at this ula, right, then we have ha'ula'i. Ha'ula'i, we write it ha'ula'i, right, meaning these. It's the plural of hada and hadihi. And this is your dual, and this is your plural. But ha'ula'i also becomes ula'ika. It's the same block, right? We can see ula'i, ha'ula'i. We just put a ha in front of it for these, and ula'ika meaning for those, right? We just add this kaf for what you're talking about or talking to, right? But the actual pronoun is ula'ika. Now, if we want to make it easy, we say our pronouns are hada, hadihi, hadan, hatan, and ha'ula'i. Right? Then you got dhalika, tilka, and ula'ika. I wrote this wrong. I wrote ha'ula'i wrong. Maybe I didn't. Anyway, ha'ula'i. So these are our pronouns. Now, if you want to get into the technical part, this is your pronoun, right? This is your pronoun. This has the 10b and all that. But for our purposes, right, for the most part. Now, something they're going to tell us, and they didn't tell us in the last part, is the ismul ishara lil muthanna al mudhakkar wal muannath. The ismul ishara, the demonstrative noun, the pointing noun for dual, muthanna, whether it's male or female, yu'amil mu'amla muthanna, that it does the action of the muthanna. فيكون بالألف في حال الرفع والياء في حالتي النصب والجر. So when it is marfu', it's going to say hadani, right? When it's marfu'. When it is mansub or majroor, it's going to say hadaini, right? Same thing, hatani, it's going to become hataini if it is mansub or majroor. This is from these two, min hataini, min hadaini. The same thing he didn't explain up above, which was alladhani and allatani. The same thing happens. It can become alladhaini and allataini. It can do that. It can take the nasb and the jar. It didn't do that with the ism al-mawsul, but it does take place. In the dual, male and female, the alladhani, allatani, hadani, hatani, they can become mansub or majroor with the ya. Right? Any questions?
No.
طيب.
Well, I'm thinking I know, but that's gonna be from the men when it's go hataini and
yeah. Or if I said daraba hataini, he hit these two. It could be mansub, or it could be mansub, such as maf'ulun bihi, right? Or it could be majroor, such as min hadaini, min hataini, right?
Yeah.
But it could be this or that.
This or that.
If the Mosul that you were talking about above, if the Mosul, like منهما اللذين, something from them to who, right? Minhuma. This is majroor after min. So al-ladhaini is going to be majroor because basically it is here acting as an adjective. It's a ism mawsul, but it's like an adjective. Those two who did such and such. So al-ladhani here, because min is going to make al-ladhani al-ladhaini. Right?
Oh, okay. I thought it would be plural because of the math.
No, min huma.
Yeah.
It's two.
Yeah.
Al-ladhani. But because of the min, it'd be minhuma al-ladhaini. Right?
That's what's making it not the plural, the two.
There is no plural there. There is no plural on there. It's minhuma. Min is from. Huma is dual.
Dual, two.
Yeah, but that's not plural. Right? And then
more than one.
yeah, but we have singular, dual, and plural in Arabic. We're not talking in English, brother. We're talking in Arabic. Dual. We have dual. We don't have plural. Is not going to change. Al-ladhina is always going to be al-ladhina.
Okay.
But we're talking about dual here because minhuma al-ladhaini. We have a you're talking about Arabic here. You can't talk with English words about Arabic when there's a difference. So plural in English is two or more. In Arabic it's three or more. Here huma is two. Right? Minhuma al-ladhaini. Right? But if it was the beginning of the sentence, the mubtada huma al-ladhani. Right? But because of the min, then it would change this to being majroor. So al-ladhani, al-latani, they can become majroor with a ya or mansoob with a ya. Daraba huma al-ladhaini. Darabahuma, he hit them to al-ladhaini. Right? Because here ha is mansoob, maf'ulun bi, fi mahal nas, maf'ulun bihi. So al-ladhaini is going to agree with that. Right? It's going to agree with it and say al-ladhaini. Right? Even though it was originally al-ladhani. Darabahuma, not ha. ضربهما اللذين. طيب.
Yep.
Inshallah ta'ala, tomorrow, bi'idhnillah ta'ala, we should finish this, and then the next day will be Friday. We'll take off that day for me, and then we'll start with Manhaj al-Salikin regarding fasting, inshallah ta'ala. طيب. جزاكم الله خيرا. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.